Alrighty, Grizzlies, I'm Isabella Fredette.
And I'm Rebecca Jaggers. Welcome to GNN News.
We hope you had a restful and awesome break. This week on GNN News, we're focusing on new 9th graders as Capital Sophomores orientation approaches this upcoming Tuesday. Don't worry, 7th and 9th graders, we've got some news on rugby for you. We hope you enjoy this week's show because
GNN News starts now.
Boys or girls, 7th, 8th, or 9th grade that may be interested in playing rugby for Capital, please come to an informational meeting at your lunch on Tuesday in Mr. Lannon's room. Hope to see you there, Coach Jacobson.
Well, welcome back, everyone. You have a new opportunity here at Riv Glen to get involved in a Kamigami Club. A Kamigami is a little robot that you get to build from the bottom up. You are just adding all of the parts and the pieces to a motor that is provided. It takes, probably half hour, 45 minutes or so to build the robot. Once you do, you have a somewhat realistic looking robot shaped after some sort of an insect. You control them using an app on your phone or on a Kindle Fire that the library has available to you. You can name it, you can program it, you can have it do basic things, or you can get in a little bit more and it's a little bit more advanced. As you can see, they move very similar to real insects. Some of them are really fast. This is just one example of the different models you will be able to choose from. You will need to come to the library and sign up to be involved in this club as we have a limited number of robots available. We will meet around once a week, most likely during lunch times, where you will initially build the robots and then you'll learn to manipulate and control the robots. These robots can also be somewhat like BattleBots. If you've ever seen the show BattleBots, you can do similar things. They're pretty sturdy. You can see that one fell on the ground. Still works pretty well. And you can always pop pieces on and off. Here comes one, and then it'll have another one come in to try to compete with it. Oh, that one spins, that one moves around. So if you are interested in joining the Kamigami Club, please come and stop in the library and sign up. You may be able to build your own robot or possibly partner with someone else. Come to the library today to get your name on the sign-up sheet, and we'll let you know when the club's going to get started.
On the last show, we started a new segment with Caitlin Carter called Grizz Spotlight. On today's episode, we're going to learn more about being a foster parent from one of our very own staff members.
Welcome back to Grizzly Spotlight. This week, we have a new teacher here at River Glen who is also fostering 3 kids. Here with us, we have Mr. Packer. So what got you into fostering?
It was mostly my wife. She was working with that program with foster children before we got married, and then even now, that's part of her work that she does.
How did you feel when you got your kids that you have now?
My first reaction was I was really nervous, and eventually that sense of nervousness fades away and you become really excited about the situation.
What's been the most exciting part for you as a new parent?
The most exciting part is when you hear from the social worker what these kids are going through and their traits that they show. You have to work through that, but then when you see that they show the kids show improvements, it's really exciting as a parent to help them along the way for that.
That's really awesome. Would you encourage other people to foster kids when they get older?
Definitely, but it's some work for sure. If you think about it, when a traditional couple decides to have children, the wife gets pregnant, and then there's a 9-month period where they prepare to have a child. Where as a foster parent, you get trained, but then you have to be ready instantly to have a child because you get a call, and then they say, "All right, can you take a kid?" And so if you feel like that's something that you can do and help these kids, then yeah, you could become a foster parent.
Could you tell us about your kids as an individual that you have right now?
Yeah, our oldest boy, his name is Brenton. He's 14 years old, and he was an orphan in Bulgaria. until he was about 11 years old when a family here in Idaho decided to adopt him. And then that family did not really treat him that well, and the department found him and brought him into the care. And so now he's doing really good. I just taught him how to shave for the first time, and he's really excited about that and loves sports and all that type of stuff. And we've had him since April. And then our youngest two, we just got beginning of Christmas break, and they're half sisters. One is 6 months, one is 18 months. The 18-month, she waddles around. She loves bananas, and she loves saying mommy and owie, even though they don't really relate to things like I'm hungry and I'm tired. And then the 6-month-old, she always smiles with her little toothless smile. She's at the point where she can't hold herself up, and when she's laying down, she likes to gurgle on her own spit. So that's what she does.
It's really nice of you for taking in those kids as a new parent. That was Mr. Packer with his story. Thank you. Next week on Grizzly Spotlight, we'll have a news story about someone here in River Glen. Teachers, please send in a student or teacher that you want to nominate.
What a cool story to hear about. Thank you, Mr. Packer, for sharing the amazing things that you do. Hey, 9th grader Grizzlies. Do you like GNN News but didn't sign up for the video broadcasting? Check out the insights of what video broadcasting is like at Capitol with Mr. Garcia.
Hi, I'm Mr. Garcia. I'm the instructor here at Capitol High School for the video broadcasting program KCHS TV. Why should you, coming from junior high to high school, join video broadcasting? Well, here's a couple of reasons why. One, this program focuses on career readiness. So everything you learn here, you can take and apply directly to industry. You take video here at Capitol High School, you could go apply for a job at Channel 2, Channel 7, Channel 6, or do your own entrepreneurship shooting video.
I joined video broadcasting. This is my first semester taking it. One of the reasons that I took video broadcasting in the first place was just because it's a good life skill to have, and not only is it super fun, the teacher's awesome. Mr. Garcia is a great guy. But you can take these skills into college and even into life. Who knows what, you can make a career out of it. So that's why I joined video broadcasting.
Secondly, we offer a wide variety of Adobe certifications. With these Adobe certifications, you can be certified in Photoshop, Premiere, After Effects, Illustrator, and much more. And the benefit is for every certification that you gain 3 college credits. Now, whether you are pursuing a degree in health, whether you're pursuing a degree in engineering, or if you are going down the pathway of video broadcasting or media or marketing, these credits can count for either your core classes and or they can count for your elective classes at the college level. But you can earn up to 15 credits leaving my program.
The biggest thing that I would say, the biggest thing that helps you is the fact that you can get certified in Adobe After Effects, Premiere, stuff like that. Garcia has a lot of knowledge, and the other students have a lot of knowledge as well. And this is just a great program to get started in if you're interested in video and if you want to make your own videos or potentially even have a career in the future.
In video broadcasting, you also have the opportunity of working with some really amazing students who also have a passion for video. On a day-to-day basis, they shoot announcements. They're working with communities, projects such as the Muscular Dystrophy Association, Special Olympics. In the fall, students get to do a really cool live stream event where they work hands-on with Nike and gain that real work experience, which is really awesome. No other school in the Valley or in the state has this opportunity but Capitol.
Some things that I really took away from a video would be learning some good time management, because if you don't plan out well what time you're going to use for a video, you're in a bad place. I learned what a rack focus is. No, like everybody in the class has been great. Everybody gets along. It's like a family, you know, because we all came into this class to do the same thing. Is video. Doesn't matter like what kind of cliques you hang out with or like who you'd associate yourself with. You're here for video, and that's what you're gonna do. And it's a very nice family vibe. No memes on the announcements. Okay.
Finally, each sporting event, we are there. You will always see a kid wearing KCHS TV gear, supporting and live streaming every sports, every athletics, every academic, and every extracurricular after school. So it's pretty amazing that we're able to do all these really cool things that fundamentally encompass all the awesome perks of being in video broadcasting.
I just knew someone who was in this class and they said I should take the chance and join. So I did, and I quickly found that I really enjoyed it and that I loved making videos and creating things, which I hadn't really realized. It's a really good class for pushing you out of your comfort zone possibly. Even if you're okay with being on camera, it'll push you to work with video editing or running things live, and it really gives you a lot of skills, which if you want to make that your career, you can, and even not if you don't, it's still some good experience and fun along the way.
So when you think of video broadcasting, know that it's much more than just an elective. Know that you can gain a lot more than just picking up a camera, goofing off, and shooting video. This course really allows you to kind of find your pathway. Maybe experiment and see if this is the class for you, because it just might be. I hope you come by and check out our facilities, and if you have any questions, please send me an email at gabe.garcia@boiseschools.org. Thank you.
Just to emphasize, you can earn college credits and industry hours by being a part of Capital's KCHS TV video program. Learn more and get a tour of the studio up at Capitol on Tuesday. While we all had a break over December, there was a lot happening in sports. Let's take it to Dax and Aaron to see what transpired.
Welcome back to GSPN, your top source for sports news in Idaho. I'm your host, Dax Walton, alongside Aaron Holt. Now that we are back from break, we are once ready again to bring the latest professional and school sports. To kick off our show, we will talk about the NFL playoffs, which have already been through the first round of matches in efforts to go to the Super Bowl, which will be played on February 2nd.
The four teams remaining in the American Football Conference are the 14-2 Baltimore Ravens, the 12-4 Kansas City Chiefs, the 11-6 Houston Texans, and the 10-7 Tennessee Titans.
Surprisingly, the New England Patriots, who have been in the Super Bowl for the past 3 years, lost in the first round to the Tennessee Titans, who squeaked into the playoffs with a 9-7 record.
In the National Football Conference, the four teams remaining are the 13-3 San Francisco 49ers, the 13-3 Green Bay Packers, the 12-5 Seattle Seahawks, and the 11-6 Minnesota Vikings.
For the second round of the 2019 playoffs, the Titans will take on the Ravens, the Texans will take on the Chiefs, the Vikings will play the 49ers, and the Seahawks will play the Packers.
Well, Dax, the Super Bowl is coming up soon, and there are only 8 contenders left. Who do you think will visit the big game this year?
Well, Aaron, I think that the Ravens will face off against the 49ers this year in the Super Bowl.
The Ravens are good this year, Dax, but the Chiefs are a consistent winner of games and have already beat Baltimore this year. I have the Chiefs and the Seahawks. However, there are a lot of possibilities for this year's championship, so tune into the games this weekend.
Boise State ended their football season on a bitter note with a 38-7 loss to Washington in the Las Vegas Bowl.
Hank Bachmeier threw for 119 yards and 2 interceptions in his first game back. Jalen Henderson eventually came in and threw for 48 yards and the only touchdown of the game. On defense, Keikoa Nawahine had 7 tackles and Dimitri Washington had the only sack of the night.
However, Boise State still had a great 12-2 season and took the title for the Mountain West Conference. Boise State basketball now stands at 10-6, their most notable games being wins against CSUN and UTEP, scoring over 71 points in each of those games.
The standings for Capital girls basketball are 5-5 for sophomore, 1-8 for JV, and 1-9 for varsity.
The standings for Capital boys basketball are 2-5 for varsity, JV are 0-7, and the sophomore team is 1-7. River Glen boys basketball has gotten underway, starting with tryouts this Tuesday and Wednesday. The boys teams will play their first game on January 22nd against LeBlanc.
River Glen Wrestling finished strong in the city tournament, taking second place, only falling to LeBlanc at the end of a strong season for the wrestlers.
This has been another edition of GSPN. Let's send it back to the desk.
Let's hope the Seahawks make it to the Super Bowl this year. Go Hawks! Thanks, Aaron and Dax. We have no core this week, but instead would like to leave you with a video highlighting of good old Capitol for those 9th graders that will soon be sophomores up at Capitol. Thank you all, and tune in for
Another edition of GNN News. And then wait, we gotta do the renegade.
Renegade.
Taking all the sunshine, bottle up the rain. Go where the wind blows, let it show the way. Open all the windows, let in all the light. You can pull the stars down, paint the perfect sky. So go.
One thing I love about Capitol is the great pride we take in our academics. There are a variety of different electives that you can choose from for your interests, and you can take multiple electives, and all the teachers really do a good job of including the students in their classes and really finding out, like developing personal relationships with each student, and all the teachers are super helpful in helping you get your grades. If you have questions, go in and ask and communicate with your teachers.
You can test the water, might as well jump in. And we don't know where we'll end up, so you might as well begin. Memories you're making, you frame inside your heart. The middle of a nowhere, so somewhere you can start. So go and write your song. The world will sing along. Oh, life's what you make it.
I think what makes this school great is that we have a lot of awesome teamwork in the school. We have a lot of school spirit from all the classes, sophomores and juniors and seniors. When it comes down to it, we really get along pretty well, especially when it comes to sports and supporting our Capitol Eagles.
Like being a part of Capitol's athletic programs like football, basketball, and baseball. Every different athletic program's got its own family. You know, just having fun with your team and building relationships, and athletics at Capitol are just great and very special, and it's, you know, something you want to be a part of.
Life's what you make.